Hello, my friends. We're here again with the Kindle, talking about the review on things that we've covered over the last few days. And the first review, just to recap, we talked about how to download Kindle on the device. We talked about how to actually go into Amazon and download a book, which you see in front of you. I had downloaded the John Grisham book. We did that together. And then we talked about how to sync it to the device from the cloud, is where it stays before it comes to you. So now we're going to talk a little bit about how to actually read the book once it comes into your library. We're going to click on the book John Grisham, The Tumor, which I just downloaded. You helped me. And it tells me a little bit about it. I'm going to X out of that. So you know what it means to swipe. You take your fingers or a stylus and you put them on the right hand side of the page. You touch them down and then you swipe to the left. So this is what you're doing. You're swiping, and by swiping you're turning the page. Another thing you can do to turn the page, you can just put your finger on the right edge and you can just click with the finger. And that's what I just did. I just put my finger down and then I clicked and turn the page. Yeah? So Kindle is really cool because it actually keeps track of where you stopped. So when you turn the book back into it, the next time it'll come back to this spot. So right now I'm on this page. If I were to go away and come back another day, if I were to close the book, I'm going to do that. Let's say I'm going to go to the library again and get out of the book. The next time that I get in that book, if I go to get back in it, it's going to take me back to the same page where I was at before. Isn't that cool? Another thing about the Kindle, which is pretty cool, is I'm going to press my finger on the screen and just touch it, and on the right at the top, up comes a menu bar, and you can see there's the three little dots, and then there's the A, big A and little a, and then there's another button, and then there's another button. Let's explore those buttons. When I click on the three dots, come on, man, there. Another menu comes down, and it lets me do some stuff. I can go shopping. I can add flashcards. A flashcard is kind of like you're going to use contents to review, right? If you're having a test, you want to take a certain piece and highlight it and you put it in to study. That's what you would do with this, but that's what that is. The bookmark, I can add a bookmark to the page right now. I could add like 5 or 6 bookmarks and then go back to those bookmarks at a later time. And if I want to remove it, I can do that. The notebook is a place where I can keep certain things. That's the bookmarks. That's where they go, the things that I bookmark, and I can go back and fetch them at a later time by just clicking on it. See that in the upper right-hand corner, the little blue bookmark-looking thing? That page is bookmarked, and I can access it at a later time by going up to those 3 dots and then going to Notebook and then looking for that bookmark and then clicking on it, and I'm back on that page. If I want to take that bookmark off, I just click on that blue thing and it goes away. Okay, so let's go back up to those dots again. If I go now to Notebook, see there's not anything because I've got rid of it. Yeah? So let's go see what else, and then we'll move on. You can share the progress with other people. Maybe you're reading the same book, maybe I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it's possible. It's a possibility. Maybe a book club, I'm not quite sure what people do use it for. You can invite other people to read it with you, blah, blah, different stuff you can do. Word Runner. I'm clicking on it. It's a way to read faster. It keeps your eyes focused on the center of the page, blah, 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 blah. I don't really want to go there, so I'm going to get rid of that. It's not something I'm interested in doing. And the last thing is word-wise. And that's how you can, if there's a word that you don't know, that you're not sure about, you can highlight it and you can go and get information about it, which I think is quite helpful. Like, let's say I don't know what a glioblastoma is down at the bottom line. If I click on it and highlight it, it can go out there onto Wikipedia and it can give me the definition over there. Yeah? Pretty cool, huh? And then a dictionary, you can go and you can learn how to spell it. You can do all kinds of good, wild, wonderful things. That's what you would do with that word-wise that we looked at. That's all of that. Now the rest of the thing we'll look at real quick. Here, see where the big A and the little a is? Upper right-hand corner. When I click on that, it opens up this box for me. I can increase the size of the text for my old eyes, which I do by pressing the plus key. I can create, you can see how big I can make it. It's quite helpful. You can make it pretty big. So that's as big as it'll go. You make it the size that you want it. And then you also can save, hang on. Go back in there. You can change the color. At nighttime, you probably want to use black. That's what people do. They like that for the nighttime reading. So there's fonts you can change. You can change margins. You can change the spacing of lines. You can make them wide apart. You can have more than one column and such. I pretty much do what I'm doing here with it. I don't mess with it, but you can if you want. Okay. Next icon. Okay, this is pretty interesting actually.